Take number 4, just answering questions with waptek, comments and questions and statements made in the form of a question so that they don't have to actually provide proof, aka just answering questions with waptek. Can you add a jump scare or something to the next video just to make it more disturbing? I'm not pissing my pants enough while watching you. Are you cosplaying as the sorcerer from Reboot, The Guardian Code, a TV show? Are you cosplaying as G-Man from Half-Life? That was my favorite. Shit, the opening scared me. Another person. What's behind you? The next person responded. Oh, that's the fucking void. Next. Hi, is there a reason your video quality is pixelated? The video format I'm doing here on my computer is so low resource requirement. It doesn't require, I can do this on a potato, literally potato quality is called that. And it should be labeled that way. In fact, when I had a profile, I labeled it potato quality. That the computer cannot come up with an excuse to make the audio and video go out of sync. It can't crash. It can't find a reason to fail to encode. That level of frustration on the 5th or 20th take of doing a video is absolutely unacceptable. So, to get rid of the problem, I tell it, put it in the lowest resolution possible. Don't bother with the color correction. Don't let it have color if it doesn't have to. It only adds color when I actually make it do it. I bias it towards low bandwidth with a small size for another reason. When it's uploaded to YouTube, YouTube would tacitly look for an excuse not to let me upload by claiming every upload was broken at one point. And if it had 1 or 2 broken uploads, it would ban me from uploading for a couple of weeks for my own good. You need to take a break, waptek. No, that really happened, and you can see still maybe some forums someplace talk about it. I even got a rather impersonalized message from YouTube saying, maybe you should pay for your internet instead of going to a coffee shop, and maybe YouTube isn't for you. I mean, this kind of bullshit, backhanded crap goes along with them flagging a channel I had where I put up a video of them sending me these comments. So they got rid of my email account and the channel. No, large corporations are not above absolutely crazy levels of pettiness. So to take away that option, I just don't consume much bandwidth. I also tell people do not rate, comment, or subscribe to the video. Pause it, read the description. Don't even give me the view if you want. Just get the information. The reason is, the more views I get, the more likely it is YouTube and Google are to pay me special attention and get rid of me. All because I always say no when I get offered YouTube Partner. I've been offered YouTube Partner on every channel I have because one video or another got a very specific type of response. Not viral, because YouTube won't let that happen after a while, but people liked it and subscribed because of it, and it had more than 1,500 views, and I ended up with 1,500 subscribers all of a sudden. Well, that looks suspicious. No, it fucking doesn't. That means they have the opportunity to put a knife to your neck and say, let us make money off of you. I always turn off the monetization, so I'm immediately flagged. So by doing it this way, it makes it really hard for them to have an excuse on a daily basis to say, we're not going to let you upload because of bandwidth. This shit ain't got no bandwidth. Then if I do a video where I need high resolution, I can do it because they don't get in the way. Because I haven't met my quota for the fuck you points. The other reason I do it is you can download the video if I keep it below 15 minutes. I have a little timer at the bottom of the screen here. I won't use a recorder that doesn't do that. And also, because it's so low resolution, YouTube refuses to upscale it, which means no matter what website you go to, it's a free download to steal it from YouTube and repost it. And then lastly, every website I have to set up as a backup for YouTube for when, not if, they flag and tear down my channel. YouTube is tacitly aware that the bandwidth is so low, they're not allowed to bitch about me mirroring it automatically from the websites. Those websites don't get blocked. They don't get pissed on by YouTube and Google. And the best part about this is I'm within terms of service and they can't do anything about it. I think the fact that I exist is making somebody who works tech support at YouTube fucking furious and literally pound their head with a hammer angry. And I love every second of the fact that the best revenge in life is living well and getting away with it. Now we're going to move on to the next one. I do remember not liking the Woolsacks house. Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, Edward O'Keefe, making a fake Ashley Biden diary Neo-Retrocon. Refresh. Hunter Biden's laptop and Ashley Biden's diary are supposed to say something specific and terrible about the situation concerning someone that was duly elected president. And neocons don't care about facts. If you believe otherwise, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you, you're a fucking idiot. And guess what? Democrats don't care about facts either. But right now we're talking about the Republicans. James Edward O'Keefe of Project Veritas literally has a career of doing nothing but lying about things. No, it's not anything else. He's just lying. He's a propagandist, and he slanders people. And him faking shit is his job. Even if he says something truthful, I'm not going to take his word for it, and I'm not citing him. I'm going to denigrate him because he won't stop lying about being a liar all these years. He needs to go crawl under a rock, and someone needs to step on the rock. Was that really Ashley Biden's diary? Part of it could or could not have been, but it was a notebook, and it looks like it was a pain diary, as it's called, and it may or may not have been her, but the chain of evidence was destroyed by literally everybody involved, including O'Keefe and Project Veritas. And again, he lies all the time, so it's completely off the table. Meanwhile, a computer shop owner who does Macintoshes, who got a hold of a hard drive, and then later on it was 2 laptops, and then later on it was multiple hard drives and laptops, saying one thing but refusing to answer questions ever about it, is also off the table because, well, Hunter Biden's laptop. No. What? No. You have to show proof before you even get to say the next sentence where you want to meme shit that it really was Hunter Biden's laptop. No. But, and then someone will bring up a fake story from a website that was literally made up from whole cloth by a lying shitbag, or an anonymous source that turns out to be the person posting the story. Every fucking time this happens, they're off the list. You can't bring it up. It's poisoned. And, no, he didn't leave his laptop with him. Somebody might have stolen it and left it there. It may or may not have had anything in it. But now that we have the files leaked partially because someone got angry at the Republicans and let us see what they posted, it's a bunch of shit they put together with time and date stamps that don't match a laptop that could have been there. They're files that are after the date the laptop was there. It's faked. The diary, we don't have any confirmation it was done correctly. Now, this video did not age well. Are you awake yet? Am I agreeing with you yet because you don't agree with me? You insult me because I simply don't take your opinion? More accurately, I'm not willing to drink the Kool-Aid. It's actually Flavor Aid. The problem is America has a compromised potato brain in the White House, weaponizing the DOJ, FBI, and CIA. Trump is showing signs that he probably had dementia while in office. This is familiar. And he weaponized the DOJ, FBI, CIA, and the Supreme Court. And our compromised potato brain, which I'd rather he didn't run again, has a speech defect. He mumbles. He sounds stupid all the time. But he didn't overtly go out of his way to break the law. And I did a video recently about Trump literally committing crimes knowingly and doing it defiantly because he wants to be a dick about it, versus Biden having his office have, it was literally like 30 documents if you're pushing the definition of the number of documents, versus thousands held by Trump. This is not a comparison. Acknowledging the device, you're talking about the laptop, and the diary exist aren't enough. I'm not. I'm stating that the chain of evidence has been poisoned by a toxic, filthy fucker called James Edward O'Keefe and Project Veritas. They're not a data source. It's more like a comedy troupe. In fact, I'm originally started off just doing pranks. He's a political prankster. Why would you take what he's saying truth? You must correct things by posting what was in the diary and or the computer hard drives. Again, the computer hard drive data we have had posted has been able to be checked when someone was actually able to double check it and found that the Republicans faked it. Giuliani touched it. Ew. As for the diary, I'm one of the few people that actually, you didn't read the description. I have a link in the description to the pages. You don't. I let you read it, even though I think it's fake, because it's important to be able to evaluate it. Even when I criticized the Adam and Eve story done by some whack job as a pamphlet that was 58 pages or long, or whatever, in the old days, I made a completely cleaned up copy of it so people don't have any trouble reading it. You can read the damn thing. I'm just saying it doesn't mean that the world is literally hollow. I don't hide data. I'm the one who unhides it. This video didn't age well. Fuck you. That's a firm fuck you now. Instead of saying the claims were false, they're demonstratively false because they refused to prove them. O'Keefe and the others could have simply dumped the entire diary. Nope. Well, it should be redacted. Why are you guys wanting redaction when you want truth? You can't have it both ways. Next thing, the Hunter Biden hard drives. The Republican Party greedily refused to let anybody have access to the data, and even the FBI's like, this isn't Hunter Biden's drive. Well, we're not letting you publish that. They actually went to the trouble of trying to make sure that the FBI or whoever got it wouldn't acknowledge that this was probably a bunch of faked up files done by somebody who dumped it at the computer shop, because the guy who ran the computer shop was partially blind, and they took advantage of him, and now he's just fucked. No one's going to trust him with their data because they're going to assume he's going to poke around in the drives. If someone abandons a drive at your shop, you're supposed to blank it and then sell it. You don't own the data. That's been time and time again acknowledged in court. So he's fucked. Nobody's going to trust him with their computers because he's going to poke around. Even when I do data recovery, I do it through a bot routine that makes it where I can't see shit. Next, everyone knows that the Ulterior Motives song, I did a video about it. It was a 2021 Carl92 repost of a DVD file made in 1999 that was done probably in 1991 off of a PC microphone, electret condenser microphone, just like what we're using here. And on it, you can hear either the cathode ray tube, TV set, or a monitor in the background, noise from the coils getting old, or the MTS stereo signal, so it must totally be a broadcast signal off of the TV. Except TVs filter that out so it doesn't come through the speaker. And that means it's a TV set, probably. And the frequency, unless you measure it really precisely, you won't know whether it's one or the other. So my video pointed out that, because of the audio and because of that peak signal, because I made a mistake, it's very likely just an audio recording that could have been made anywhere, as long as the TV set was on somewhere in the building. That noise from the back of the coils, that's at 15,700 cycles per second or 15,500 cycles per second, can go from room to room even if the speaker audio can't. So it's more likely than anything that it's just an old cathode ray tube TV set. Anyway, he stuck his microphone up in the air, 1990s microphone everyone got, it's a cheap one, with their computer, and recorded a speaker. That's it. It doesn't have to be a broadcast signal. That's all the video is about. Listening to older recordings, I interpret the recording device to be an old microphone from 1936. 1936 microphones were used primarily for radio transmission, and some audio recording devices did exist, some with and without DC or IEC bias. And they normally had a cutoff that wouldn't allow that. The static could have also been caused by the DVD or the audio editing, maybe, assuming that's the device used to record the music. I think it's a really old mic. Doesn't have to be. It is a newer 1980-ish music. It's just recorded using older equipment. Someone says, why would he record on a microphone that old or even have one that old? Not calling you out, just think the theory is hard to believe. I'm going from a technical standpoint. The audio wouldn't have been able to pick up that peak at 15 kHz as easily. Depends on the microphone, though. And then I have someone complaining the Big Bang has to be fake. I'll do a video on that later. The comments that person left below will be there, but eternity means no beginning and no end. Therefore, the universe is infinity is forever. Therefore, it can't have a beginning called the Big Bang. I don't say that. I believe in that as well, and that the Big Bang is the big crunch. It's a cyclic system, a universe that is perpetual, but essentially resets itself every once in a while, and you end up not being able to go backwards or forwards to find any data from the previous version, therefore causing the multiverse. But that's another video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck.